Alright YouTube, this is the first video that I'm actually going to be speaking to you besides when I asked for help when I donated all of my hair to St. Baldrick's Foundation for Kids with Cancer. First, I want to let you know my name is Mary. I am 29 years old and I live in Belleville, New Jersey. I am originally from Staten Island, New York. If you don't know, anything about Staten Island, it's one of the smallest boroughs of New York City and one of the first boroughs of New York City. So if you watch any of my videos, you will know that, to be honest, a lot of my stuff tends to revolve around my sexuality. The videos that are up are mostly back when I was coming out, when I was about 23 years old, 24 years old, when I first started coming out, and those videos are evolved around my friends in the military. I served 6.5 years in the United States Army as a secretary, and I've been to South Korea, and I've been to Iraq twice. I actually got kicked out of the military in 2008, and right now I'm currently in the process of trying to get back in and go Army Reserves. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be talking about during my vlogs, is more about my lifestyle and who I am as a person and what I've realized over the last 10 years from the time I joined the Army in 2001 at 19 until now, the year 2011. A little bit more background information about me. I have 3 younger sisters. I am the oldest of 4 girls. My parents are Mormon. Yes, they are Mormon. And I have a birth defect called a cleft lip and palate. You can't really see it, but I'll show you a little bit of it. It has to do with these 2 lines right here. And when I was born, this whole bottom lip was not fully formed, as well as part of my nose and the roof of my mouth. So, my whole life has been about fighting. Not physically fighting, but I was always taught to stick up for myself, and that's pretty much what I've always done. Since the age of 8, I fought the New York City Board of Education to allow me to be in normal classes or mainstream classes with kids instead of in the special education department, which I did not belong. I fought to get into the military because the requirements for women of the height stature is 4'10", where I was 4'9.5". I've also fought to stay in the military, but while I was in fighting for that cause, at the same time, I realized that it can get myself and my unit killed because I was getting death threats in Iraq, so that's why I got sent home. And then when I got out, since I got out in January 2008, I have fought to get back, and now I can. Under the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I can now officially get back into the military. So, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I have been working out every day, eating right, but it's not as easy as most people think. I have school I have to attend to, I have work, and then I got my girlfriend, Melissa. Melissa and I have been together 3 years next month. She is 25 years old. Well, we'll be 25 next year. We both live in Belleville, New Jersey together, and she's Puerto Rican. So if you want to see any of her videos, I will put the information down below in the box. She does nail tutorials as well as promotes her makeup websites and whatnot. She's very good. A little bit more about me. I like sports and music. I especially love country music. I'm an amateur photographer. I love animals and whatnot. So my vlogs will be about preparing myself for the military, more about my birth defect, anything about my life, you want to know my height. I'm 4'9" now. Like I said earlier, I was 4'9.5", but due to some injuries in Iraq in 2005, I've lost half an inch. My father is 6 foot tall, and my mother is 4'6". Like I said, I do have three younger sisters. My sister Kathleen is a Marine. Gretchen is, I believe she's still single, living at home in New York City. She's an amateur photographer as well. And then my baby sister Casey lives in Kentucky, and I have one niece from her and a niece and a nephew from my sister Kathleen. I currently do not have any kids. Well, I sort of do. I have Angel right here, and see all the way over on the rug right there is Booties, another cat. And then right here up in the tank, we have Squirtha. So I do have animals. Well, kids, if you want to call them kids, because they're annoying just like kids. Always want to eat and always want to play. But, I mean, there's not much really to my life. I mean, it's not easy, as some may think, but it's not hard either. It's all about the power of the mind. Not the power of my Guinness hat, but the power of your mind. You always have to fight for what you believe in, and in my life, that's all I do. I'm a lesbian who is a Mormon, and that in itself is a fight. Fight against my grandparents who are Catholic, fight against my parents who are Mormon, and then fight for the church itself to be who I am. Now, I know the old saying is, I chose this lifestyle. That's not true. I chose to be who I am. I chose to live my life the way I wanted to, regardless of the consequences. So if you like what I'm saying, you want to know any more information about me, I'll put my email address down below. You can hit me up on email or through my Facebook or Twitter. I promote a lot of different events. I'm part of the Gay Straight Alliance in my school, and right now we are helping a local high school run a marathon in Pennsylvania in about 2.5, 3 weeks to stop bullying. Next week I will be walking in the March of Dimes walk in Newark, New Jersey, raising money for babies. I'm also a March of Dimes baby. They paid for a lot of my surgeries, or at least half of my surgeries, and my girlfriend Melissa, you'll see her in other videos later on down the road. She was also a March of Dimes baby because she was premature. Back in May, I did, like I said, shave all my hair off for the St. Baldrick's Foundation for Kids with Cancer. I raised close to $500, and I was bald for months. And actually, you can see, hair's kind of a mess right now, but it's growing out. It's kind of a little bob thing right now, but that's why I have the hat on, because I haven't brushed my hair yet. And I'm just all about fun. Going to clubs in New Jersey. If you know of any really good clubs in northern New Jersey, around, Belleville, Newark, New Jersey, Clifton area that's gay and lesbian or straight, I'm into that. Karaoke. I'm trying to play some softball league here in New Jersey here in the spring. I try and help out with the Special Olympics. So anything else you need to know, just hit me up, and I will see you guys next episode. Alright, bye.